Strap yourself in or strap it on. It's time for another Beyond the Pole with Katrina Lee.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in. I'm really liking Thursdays here. It's a lot of fun. We are on every Thursday from 10 till 12 instead of Sundays at 5. And we turned it into a party, so it's kind of neat. We get food every week, and we're all laid back. A lot of friends pop in, say hi. Like, it's more laid back. It's exciting. I love it.
And who's here today?
We have a great lineup. They're coming. We had Tom Loce from Life Without Shame in the house. Yes. And we have Dave. And we have Colin from Dawn Marie from Foreplay Toys. And then we're going to start some new surprises. So we're going to start some cold calls to different strip clubs, adult businesses, and ask some questions or ideas and all different stuff. And not like mockery, like positive way.
Of course.
And, we want some dancers and all different people to start doing call-ins and do shout-outs to your friends, say what it's like dancing, what clubs you work at, what days to check you out. If you have a Facebook page, all different promotions, start spreading the word because we have a really good fan base of listeners and we can go all over different areas. Like from Erie, Pennsylvania, we have people listening. We have them in Cleveland, Cincinnati just joined in.
Yep.
We have Reno, Las Vegas, Albuquerque, like all over.
Bangladesh.
So any club that wants to get involved or even the DJ, we could call you up and you could do a 5-minute little thing on what it's like to be a strip club DJ at what club, how many girls usually work a night, your favorite songs to play, whatever you want. So definitely contact us on our Facebook page. We are Beyond the Pole Radio.
How do they contact you anyways?
Beyond the Pole Radio.
Yeah.
Or they could call the station and...
Yeah, they can call. They can give us a call. Let's see. I can give you a number. 585-500-0508.
Yes.
You can call that, and we'll get you all right away.
Along with music selections and shout-outs. So if it's like when your birthday and you have a favorite song you want to play for one of your friends or something, a celebration or anything, like let us know. We'll dedicate it, send it out to you.
You can text us also on that number.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. You just started
spice it up. Yeah, we're just starting because we have a newer time slot and it's later.
Okay.
So we can occupy it, and I've already had ideas I wanted to get into, and we're expanding and growing and kind of working towards a TV show.
That's right.
Because then we can break it down more in sections, and I want a whole more casted characters. So we're really looking too. So inbox us if you know someone for this position. I want someone who is like a porn, perfectionist, like
could be me.
enthusiasto.
Could be.
Yeah,
Aficionado. Someone who can be like, who gets on a regular basis or works in an adult store. And so they can say the porn of the week, why it's selling the most, give a review of it.
Does it count?
Tasteful enough, nothing too aggressive.
The largest porn collection in the city?
I know. I believe it is you. I have seen it. Tom has the largest porn collection. It's unbelievable.
A whole room
aside from,
to it.
personal collection.
Because it is a man's best friend.
We should send like American Pickers over to your place.
You should.
Oh my God. No, we should. It would be amazing.
Could you imagine that?
It's amazing. There's everything strange you could ever fathom and then some.
It's an adult P-Ways playhouse.
I gave him a mannequin that used to be in a couple of my adult stores, and she kind of moved around, so I guess she was used and abused. Customers, she had these big fake boobs that like pull down her shirt and like touch her nipples and stuff.
Yep.
It was kind of funny, but she's ended up being retired in Tom's place, and he glued on a fake bush, and she's got a Wonder Woman shirt on and a wig like Wonder
up
Woman.
Her shirt, showing her. You forgot to mention the fake bush cut into a W.
A W of Wonder Woman.
I love it.
It's a beautiful thing.
I was like, that's the perfect spot for her to land because I was like, it's kind of a nuisance and she's in the way. And I had her a long time, so.
I know. I would like to point out, though, Katrina, you look like you're in a really good mood today.
I'm feeling pretty happy.
Aside from your face, I would, people are, oh boy, if only they saw that your nipples are popping out like Jennifer Aniston's out of your shirt right now.
Right,
Yeah.
thank you. They're like pencil top.
They're
when I'm happy, but they kind of always stick out. But when I get really happy or cold,
boy,
they're
they
like,
are sticking out today.
You are happy.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably are. But I am in a good mood. I had like a really stressful 2 weeks, and now it's a lot better. So
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And just all kinds of things we're going to talk about today.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. And we always have unique people, and it's going to be fun.
good.
And I got some cool ideas for today that we're going to test out and see how it works, and then constantly, hopefully, keep expanding on it.
That sounds good to me.
So, yeah,
Along
it's
with,
been an adventure.
we did say, we talked about earlier, we might talk about some weird sex stories. that
and
we
topics
have.
on
Yeah.
catching your lover cheating.
Ooh.
And that's what I want to do some calls to people and say, like, how do you think that felt? Or,
Listen to this idea of Katrina.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
thought
crazy.
I heard everything.
So this is my personal idea
This
and
is
what I
great.
did.
You
so.
take it, Katrina. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I did this and I was telling him, I'm like, what? Am I the only person who thought this? I'm like, if you want to catch them cheating, count their Viagra's or Cialis.
Oh, boy.
So when you see the numbers going down and you know you're not having sex with them, you're like, that's a red flag. If it's like a significant drop, okay, major red flag.
That is outrageous.
You know,
I love
so
that. I love that. She
and
is
it's
a
easy.
detective.
And men don't think about hiding that. They get all weird if they're being sneaky with their cell phones.
Yeah.
So you can't check like Facebook or you can't check their numbers or texts they're getting in. But they don't think to check their medicine.
That's right. You are a detective.
So yeah, and men just can be
So,
stupid.
yeah.
I caught someone like
So
that.
if
So
you
you
need a
know,
private dick. Katrina's the one to call, right?
right. No, yeah.
No,
So
no.
just don't be stupid. Women are smart. I am like Detective Kenda, Lieutenant Kenda on like the ID channel, the Homicide Hunter, and I will figure it out.
I think you're more like Dora, the
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
Her ex-boyfriend's
you're
gonna
the
attest to that.
Kinda.
you're the adult entertainment Dora the Explorer over here.
Right? No, I'm like Kenda because he's awesome.
That would be-
I watch it every day.
I'd love to see you wearing that outfit on stage sometime.
Right.
Dora the Explorer.
That would be
nice.
interesting. And
Yeah.
pull out my backpack, and I know a lot of Spanish, so
Yeah.
I guess it could be.
What is one of the weirdest outfits you wore on stage, anyways?
Oh, okay.
So
So,
many of them.
I had this customer back in the day, right when I started, and he had a fetish for like costumes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so they were really stupid costumes, and then he would make me like wear them, and then I would get like $200 to wear the costumes.
That's cool.
And so we'd pick them out, and there's a couple bad ones, and I'd make them into like theme sets or try to make it like a feature.
Right, right.
And one of them was a bumblebee, and so I started dancing to "Blind Melon, No Rain," and I kind
there
of
we
was
go.
joking the one day and hopping around like I was handicapped, waving my arms. It was a Sunday,
Like
and
you
it
were
was
hand-
slow,
Yeah.
but it was funny. Like on the stage, and people were dying.
That's
they're
cool.
like, "Only you could get away with it."
I know. You told me another story before too of you were at a biker bar one time and you dressed
Yes.
as like Little Bo Peep
Little
or
Bo
something,
Peep.
right?
That was
And they
actually
went nuts.
That
right?
was one of the Hells Angels parties, Support 81, and it was over there at the Dinosaur Barbecue. It was their Halloween party.
That's cool.
And I won the costume contest, and everyone thought it was so cute because it was so different. Everyone was like in these like, kind of crazy costume biker outfits. I got to watch my swearing or wording,
Yeah.
so it's not coming out as smooth, but those type of things. There, I'm like Little Bo Peep, all cute and innocent. Look at me, I'm
Yeah.
Katrina Lee.
I love that story. Believe me. I've
Yeah.
thought about it many times while I'm going to sleep.
right. So throughout the day, I want to ask all different calling guests on ways that they caught someone cheating or they've heard of how someone caught someone cheating.
Weird ways.
And clever, yeah,
Interesting,
weird ways,
clever,
interesting,
yeah.
not boring,
Yeah.
and not like obviously going through phones. Or if
Right,
you caught
that's-
something on the phone, like they're talking to like 5, 6 plus exes at once, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? Or like something crazy, like
I've caught exes cheating before.
Right?
What I did was like I put a little microphone recorder
Okay,
near
wow.
the phone when I left because I knew she was going to call some other guy, and then I confront her later. This was Colleen.
oh, right from the show. That's great.
Show. But no, then I asked her later, you keeping in touch with some? No. Then I play it in front of her. It's like out of a
Now, this is
movie. It was
back in the
great.
day before
This is
cell phones,
that's
so
right.
that's why I was able to. For our
do
younger
that.
listeners who don't
I'm old
remember
school.
those
I know,
years,
yeah.
yeah.
The dial phone.
I know
That's
the
right.
dial tone.
I know.
I used to have a Garfield phone like that.
Did
Pull
you?
it up, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so no, that is smart with the microphones.
Yeah.
There's all different ways you can really go intense GPS tracking devices, put software that can put the different information between the two phones and track. You can put someone's phone line onto your phone so you can see everyone they call. And I know someone who just did that, my friend out in Buffalo, and that's how he caught his now ex cheating because
You
he was
want it-
calling some guy like 15, 20 times a day in all these texts. It's like you gotta be smart. It's nowadays it's easy to catch this.
That's right.
Right.
Here's an ingenious one, I think. I never heard of anyone doing this, and it worked several times. I didn't think it would. This is on lesser educated women, I would imagine, but just
Right.
where I just got a feeling, a vibe that this one girl was cheating, and I did this. When she got home, I confronted her and all that, and then I I said, okay, let me do a little test here. And I checked her pulse with my watch for a minute. And she said, what are you doing? What are you doing? I said, lie detector test. So I counted the pulse, which I really didn't. It just wouldn't really work.
Just make her nervous.
Right. Then when I asked, okay, now I'm going to ask you the questions. And then she told me everything. It was great. It came clean. And I just said, I bluffed you.
Well, there's all different.
Was she homeless?
What's that?
Was she homeless? Or?
Not that one. No.
Okay.
Most of the ones I date are homeless. So,
well, you got to take them in and save them,
because
and then they're appreciative.
They're on their last leg, and they really throw a good one.
Right, yeah.
Come on, Dave.
This man is just disgusting. It's amazing how he's still alive. But I think what we're going to do is cut into a music break, and then we'll talk a little about Tom and Life Without Shame, and get ready then for a call-in from Dawn about the sex toy of the week.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Sex toy of the week.
Sex toy of the week. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Pole on WRFCLP Rochester, 106.3 FM, RochesterFreeRadio.com.
All right, we got a little PSA.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh, shit. Get the fuck.
Oh, all right. I guess we won't do that one. All right. Well, okay.
Someone needs a smack.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Should check that one out.
That one.
Good God. Get that thing out of Media Monthly.
That was a bad.
You better listen to these things first.
Yeah, I better.
But check us out on Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. And I am Katrina Lee on Facebook, KatrinALE, a personal profile and a modeling page. So there's a great PSA. Are we going to try for another one?
Maybe a cleaner one.
A cleaner one. Let me see.
No swearing.
Good Lord. What is good? Well,
That's the first time I've seen Dave embarrassed.
yeah. It's like, okay. Hopefully nobody's listening.
Right.
Yeah. But let's see. We can try. Have we heard this one? I don't know if we've heard this one before.
Okay.
Let's try this one. Oh.
Smokey Bear's ABCs.
Always hold matches until cold.
Alvin?
Be sure to drown out campfires with water.
Simon?
Crush all smoke dead out.
Please, only you can prevent forest fires.
Did you understand a word?
Not that well, no, but all right, this is what we're going to try. So we have Dawn Marie on the line from Foreplay Toys because we're giving up on the chipmunks.
Yes.
But so we're going to ask her about the toy of the week and some updates. And so we have a question of the week, just so you know, Dawn. It is any stories on how you heard or caught someone cheating that's clever. So my thing is I discovered to count their Viagra so you can see if they're being sneaky and they're going down in numbers. There might be a problem if you're not having the sexual activity with them or their Cialis.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
The Cialis is my personal favorite.
Yeah, and I'm crazy like that, so it actually caught and worked.
So
but
do you have a story
do you have a story
of catching someone cheating?
You know what? I'm sorry. For the cheating, I usually just go old school. I check their phones.
Okay.
I definitely smell their clothes. Smell is number one thing that gives people away because your perfume, you don't smell anymore, but another woman's perfume, you will smell instantly.
Or if you want
that's true.
total 100% verification, ask to smell their member.
Right.
Then you'll know where they've been.
They're probably smart enough to clean up, though. I would hope they were. Or baby wipe themselves. Those are important.
Well, some people don't clean up afterwards. And
oh, yeah, Tom, you're gross. But so why don't you tell everyone?
Troublemaker.
Right.
How you doing, Don? How'd that party go last week?
How was your party?
Cookies again?
What's that? Yeah, I did
you bring cookies?
I brought some. I was hoping you'd be back here again. But
and Gary brought a sub tray.
How was your party last week, anyways?
I had 170 people, and the room wouldn't hold it, so I need a bigger venue. But it was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, great.
Go
yeah.
you.
So what was your big seller, or what is your toy of the week? Is that what we're asking?
What is the recommendation?
Yeah, okay. What
Toy of the week is one of my personal favorites. I have one in my car. I have one in my desk. I have one in my bedstand. So this is one of my go-tos.
I'm sorry, I didn't. What is that thing again? What'd you say?
It's called the Rumba, RHUMBA.
Okay.
It is found at the number 4, PLAY, BUZZ.com. That's 4playbuzz.com.
Will we see screenshots of you using them? Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
would be very wealthy if that was the case.
Right, I'm sure.
In the car. I want to see the one in the car.
Everybody would love a thick chick.
You guys are brutal.
Well, you know.
So what did you sell the most of for Valentine's Day?
Probably the crotchless panties. They're just sexy. They're easy. They have a bullet in them, so they vibrate.
It did feel nice on my body, I would have to say, yes. I'm
Right.
sorry, go ahead.
Guys love a little something, and that's all it is. It's just a little something. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice and easy. But this Rumba is incredible. It comes with a USB port. It's rechargeable. It's a luxury vibe. It has 4 beads that go up and down the shaft, so it actually feel it moving while it's inside you.
Okay.
Hey.
It has a bunny rabbit for the clit stimulator. It's just sex toys have come so far nowadays. They've come to a whole new level. You should expect your toys to have a USB port to charge them. Most toys don't even have batteries anymore. When you're going big, which you should, not big size-wise, but, go big or go home, and you should go with the USB port on most of your toys. And this is one of my favorite vibrators. It's called the Rumba. It's found at foreplaybuzz.com, the number 4, PLAYBUZZ.com.
Will you be carrying the one in the future I read about where it sends drones into a person's butthole?
You first.
Well, come on.
Baby.
It's the next step, isn't it?
Right. Bend over, anything is possible. I'll put a drone in your bum.
Yeah, I know.
That's one I haven't been asked for before, and I've been asked for a lot of freaky stuff. and I
You
gotta
should
say,
work on that. Work on it.
So you know what? I have a quick question, actually. So you said you had that the Rumba. Your favorite is in your car. So do you just pull over and take care of yourself on a regular basis,
absolutely. I have been pulled over, and I've given the cop toys for his wife just to get out of the ticket.
Right? That's
so I keep
brilliant.
brand new toys in my center console. So when I hand my license, I give a toy and a sex toy bullet.
Well, what did he stop you
smart.
for? Speeding with the vibrator or what? Is that what it
Pretty
was?
much, yeah. I've been caught many a times. You start going over the double yellow line.
So you actually do this while you're driving.
Yeah.
Where do you
A lot of
usually
fun,
pull
lot of
over?
fun
You
there.
said you pull over. Where?
So if anybody wants to shop, if you guys could just, tell me that Katrina sent you or send Katrina a quick, shout out, I'd like to give her credit because she always puts me on her show, and I appreciate that.
Don neglected to say that she puts lube on the stick shift and also.
Oh, yes. And it purposely drives over the edge
I
to
like
feel
it
the
big. I
vibration.
put lube on the fire hydrant. Fire hydrant, baby.
Right. Well, thank you for coming in. I am going to tell Dave and remind him again, but he's been busy, to add you onto our Facebook page so you can have like a section or an album and put the toy right on there so people can see it.
Got to put that on there.
I love it. Perfect.
Yeah,
Do
so
it.
that will be done this week.
I want to come visit you again.
Yes, we'll have fun. So
We're going to have a
good
gangbang.
times.
What do you think?
Yes, that's what we're going to do.
She's up for it. All right.
You
Right.
couldn't afford us.
Right. Well, thank you for calling in. We're going to go.
Have a great night.
Thank you, too.
Don.
I think we're going to go to a quick one-song little break, and then we're going to
Really?
talk
We were
about
having
Life
so much
Without
fun.
Shame a little
Yeah.
more. I
Okay.
know, but
Quick
I
one
want to
song.
eat the sub tray that just came in.
Oh, you piglet.
Yeah, I mean a piglet. I like food.
I don't blame you. I know.
All right.
Chances are you already know someone who's been personally affected by a coffee addiction.
Mommy, please put the mug down.
Sometimes I can't even get out of bed unless I visualize that hot cup of coffee. You may already know of coffee's dark past in the seedy underbelly of Cairo and Mecca. But you may not know the staggering numbers of modern-day coffee houses.
Wow. In this creepy music.
I like it.
The highly addictive quality of coffee makes it the perfect gateway drug. It's almost impossible to just have one cup. But there is hope on the horizon. People just like you have created Loce, lovers of coffee addicts. Team up with Loce in the fight against this addictive bean. With your help and donations, Loce can make a difference.
Your
by
donation.
giving tools to addicts,
People are so
empowering them
stupid.
to make good decisions right from the start of the day. This ad has been paid for by Loce, lovers of coffee addicts. For more information,
Yeah, and that is a true one right there.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
I guess.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
and do you remember Afro Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hey, I got a little Afro Man for you.
Go ahead.
This is a
Okay.
little different twist on this right here.
I'm sure. So, I'm, in case people didn't know who you are or caught our show before, we are with Tom Loce from Life Without Shame. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your history, your show?
I am the embodiment of evil.
Yes. Okay. I agree. No debate. Okay.
Okay, no, just started a TV show many years ago called Life Without Shame. It's was a crazy stripper type interviews and bum Olympics and all kinds of things. You know, some people compared it to Howard Stern. I think we took it a lot further. We had a good run for 4 years, but got pulled off the air from Time Warner. Had to go to Supreme Court, all kinds of stuff. But that's the long story there. We'll talk about the more fun parts. 4 years of strip clubs,
Yes.
interviewing escorts, strippers, massage parlor girls, all kinds
So
of
you know all the ins and outs. And I think you said about some tanning beds actually or massage parlors
Yeah.
also.
Oh, yeah, some are. And they will remain nameless or they'll get shut
Of
down.
course,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they still are.
Right. Yeah, they still are. I can tell you that. And there's still some good massage parlors around, but mainly let's
I
leave
leave
that to-
those out. I'm like, I sell
thing
clothes in a bunch of
right.
these, so I'm not saying anything.
The thing I used to love about doing the show, though, meeting a lot of wacky, wild girls. You know.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're right. Before
Quality dating material.
depends on what your definition of quality is. But that before the show, I just want to go into some kind of stories of some of the wildest places you might have had sex at, or we might have. Okay.
Okay, I
All
got
right.
a couple myself.
All right, I'm going to
so-
tell you one that's pretty at the top of my chart. I
Okay.
got a long chart too. It's one of. Okay, before, I just want it to be known, before Life Without Shame, I used to date like semi-normal girls, you know?
Okay, semi-normal?
Yeah, after, right,
Like myself?
Nah,
No.
I could say a lot about that, but no, after that show, doing that show and during that show, I realized I always date strippers, love massage parlor girls, and people always ask my friends, why do you go for those girls? Take it from me. Way better sex. Way better sex. Okay, so they're just uninhibited, most of them. Here's one story that a great place had sex one time. So I was taking a girl, stripper I was going out with, up to Toronto for vacation. On the way up there's this, a resort, not resort, but this vacation type place called the Lion Safari, African Lion Safari. You know, one of these kind of places where they have things
I've
caged
been
off.
there, yeah.
And you drive
through and they can roam, and the monkeys rip pieces off your car.
Right.
And,
So when we stopped in the section with the monkeys, we just looked at each other because we were both crazy and stuff, and just said, "What do you think?" And just right in the car, having sex with monkeys jumping all over the car while we're having sex.
That's
and everything.
wild.
And one even, because, this has happened a lot, though. I mean, I've been to that place a lot, though. They just...
Did
the
a
monkeys,
monkey jump on you?
Yeah, no, on the window. They play with themselves sometimes,
Okay.
and it was funny. So they were going in unison with me.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was a great time. All right, that's just one
Interesting.
story. So, Katrina, where did you have sex?
I have a couple. Actually, the Buffalo Science Museum.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I like history. Back in the day when they really didn't have cameras and security that much. You know, snuck in the back corner of the gemstone room. They had like a separation between the window.
Yeah.
Went really fast.
I mean, was it in front of some kind of weird display? Like
Well, it was all gems. It was just like, let's go for it. Let's see and try to, spice it up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a bunch of different. And then the movie theater's easy. I worked at the movie theater, so it was even more easy because you could calculate and time it.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's a little harder to have public sex with so much cameras and security. But back then it was easy.
Right. Not too long ago, though, there used to be, and I won't say which one, in Rochester also, though, but this did go on. Of just, it always it fascinates me that at certain movie houses, used to bring, adult movie house.
Yes.
Used to bring their wives there to watch them have sex with other people in the audience.
Yeah, they were shut. That's part of the reason Rochester has those sexually oriented business laws, because that stuff was going on in licenses.
I always made sure I was first.
Rochester's a little more wild. Like, this doesn't really go on in Buffalo.
Okay, but I always made sure I was first or second in those situations. Though,
right.
You know, you don't want to get hit, be number
20
and that kind of thing.
Well,
you know?
no one really wants to be the last one. Yeah, that's just sad.
Should I say one more good sex story?
Sure.
Okay, this was a good one. This one was a different girlfriend.
Okay.
This one I forgot. It was a long time ago. This was in Watkins Glen.
Okay.
And we thought no one was around. And, I'm a bit of an exhibitionist myself, so I didn't really care anyways if someone came. But we're in this one section where there was this rickety, like, wooden bridge type thing.
Okay.
Like in the Indiana Jones type thing. It was like that. We're in the middle of it, and we're looking over. It's about 4 stories down in the Glen and everything. And we just said, what do you think for kicks,
Yeah.
And we just start doing it right there. And oral sex right there. Then some people start coming out on the bridge.
Wonderful.
But I finished up and orgasmed over the bridge.
That's crazy.
Seeing the load go four stories down. That was amazing.
You're nuts.
I thought it was true. I'm not making this stuff up. You could call her and ask her.
Right. Well, I have always had a thing for professors and like men in power.
Okay.
But I was dating my professor when I was 18, and we went up to I went to university at Buffalo, and they have the library carols and the graduate thing for studying, and we hooked up in there multiple times. It was pretty fun.
That's cool.
Right in the library, so you're trying to be quiet and you don't disturb anything. And in Rochester Museum of Science, they have the little log cabin house.
Nice.
But I know a couple of people who broke that in.
Hey.
Yeah, we still talk about the mirage. Like, you gotta do it. So
do you think if I put on
it was like a pact.
a monocle and a cigarette holder, that would do it for you?
I don't know. No, it's got to be different or thrill,
pretty
like in the
different.
moment.
Come on now.
Yeah, in the moment.
I look like an old Nazi.
Rush off, like let's do it right now.
Yeah.
You're in like a convent and it's empty. Run to the confessional. No,
that's good. That's a good one too.
Right,
Tell me your dirtiest secrets. Put it through the window. Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah. So, Dave, what is the best, or how did you ever stop or catch someone cheating? Anything clever?
No, I usually just let them go at that point. I never caught anybody cheating.
When you first find out, so you never caught. Okay.
I never caught really anybody cheating.
You are one lucky man.
I am a lucky man.
You never even caught yourself?
Well, no, I caught my wife. I mean, but I was happy to see that go.
Oh,
Like, okay, God.
In fact, I may have paid the guy. I'm not really sure. But,
I like that.
I will tell you the 2 weirdest places to have sex.
I'm up for it.
For 8 hours in the back of the New Kingdom Jehovah's Hall of Witness on Dewey Avenue.
That's crazy.
And paid the security guard at the Lincoln First Tower building to let me have one of the elevators for an hour.
Okay.
That's cool.
And that was fun. That was fun because them elevators get moving.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do. I remember at University of Buffalo in Diefendorf Hall, which is on South Campus. You could press the stop and go button on the elevator.
That's cool.
And we did that there too because you could stop it, but you can't do that anymore as older.
Right,
so that was like in 2006.
Dave, did you say something about 8 hours you were doing that, though?
8 hours.
8 hours. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. But what about, has anybody done on an airplane?
I never
No,
have, but mine was
unfortunately.
after more like all
Are you
the
offering?
security threats, and you really only one person at a time going there.
Yeah.
It was pretty strict, so it wasn't like as free as back in.
I'd like to
the-
try it like on a 2-person plane.
Yeah.
Flying.
Yeah,
Kind of
just see what
dangerous.
happens.
A little dangerous,
It's that whole thing of
Start
just,
giving him oral sex as he's flying and
Yeah.
watch it just go all over the place
That would
because
be
he's
great, too.
distracted.
That would be wonderful.
It's like the thrill of maybe losing your life, but you don't know.
Right. And all that whole
Living
thing of,
fast and hard.
Right. You would go for it, wouldn't you?
I am. No, I'm trying to tone it down, but on the other hand, is I don't want to really be old. So
What do you mean, get off? Also, die young, leave a good-looking corpse. Type thing?
like kind
Okay.
of like fun, enjoy life to its fullest.
Yeah.
Don't worry about like when you have bad arthritis or all that
That's
stuff.
true.
I just
No, that
go out
8
with a bang.
That 8-hour thing with Dave reminded me of one more. I don't want to tie up too much time with sleazy sex stories, but
Oh, please, you want to.
This was a good one. This was a friend who will remain nameless.
Okay.
I was first introduced to his drunken sister in the back of his van when we were traveling to New York City one time, okay, for a convention. You know, aside from Life of Sleaze and all that, I sell comics and old movie posters and stuff. So we're going, and we had a few of our friends in between us, okay? And this girl, it was one of the highlights of my life, really. Just gave me head for 5 hours.
That's
just
amazing.
In the back of the thing. And just like, it just, once I get going, I just could keep going. And, without pills or anything, but just, needless to say, after that, I went out with her for like many years because she swallowed a piece of my heart.
Oh, my God. You're so bad.
Actually, how did you get rid of that piece of the heart?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
That's one I can't tell the ending on.
Yeah, totally.
Because it wasn't a happy ending.
No,
terrible. Okay. And Katrina, do you want to tell us about the one with you told me earlier today with the 3 leprechauns? Let's hear about that.
No,
come on,
that's not even real.
She's
I can't even go.
Too embarrassed on that one.
No,
Come on.
I've actually always had a fear sort of leprechauns.
I've heard that before. I know
all these leprechauns.
My big story.
Nothing that exciting.
My big story is waking up in Mexico with 2 midgets, a donkey, and some girl that didn't speak English in bed.
Right.
And chocolate sprinkles all over my boxer shorts. I couldn't figure it out.
Really? How many days did you stay anyway?
It was like 3 days. Yeah, and had no clue. I got into the country illegally, left the country illegally.
Yes.
And the girl was telling me I was married, but I was actually more interested in the donkey. But yeah.
And did that turn out to be your wife eventually? Or not?
Yeah. Yep. And the ring bearers were the little midgets walking down the.
I love it. I want a wedding like that.
You
or even
do.
maybe my funeral, plan it all crazy,
I
rainbow
hope.
coffin, midgets all carrying me out.
That would be interesting. That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
like
we
it.
would.
You make it a fun celebration, or it's so weird. Everyone is like,
eating
like,
Lucky
what?
Charms off your
Right,
coffin or something
Who
like
knows?
that, right?
Something crazy.
It might be.
But
So that's not a true story with the leprechaun.
No,
Okay,
no,
all right.
it isn't.
I thought it might have been. Go ahead. What were
maybe
you gonna say?
one day, but I must have been on LSD.
I can
if
arrange
telling you
it.
that,
I can
right?
arrange. All right. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
Okay, so we always try to have some serious stuff on this show, unlike life hab, improving yourself, and so it's not all the sex talk and things.
I know.
And some are like domestic abuse and different topics.
Let's
and
get serious for a minute.
alcoholism,
I know.
overdose. So this is more a mental health thing. So it's on forgiveness.
Yeah.
I like it. So all these people are bitter and hold grudges, or they get upset and have difficulty with this. So forgiveness is not. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness does not mean the pain or hurt goes away. Forgiveness does not mean that you have to allow yourself to be hurt in the same way again. Forgiveness does not mean you have to remain in the same relationship or any relationship with the person you are forgiving. Forgiving does not mean the other person was right. Forgiving does not mean you are wrong or that the offense was not valid. Forgiveness does not give the other person power over you. Forgiveness does not happen instantly. Forgiveness is not erasure. Forgiveness does not remove consequences. Forgiveness is not for the person being forgiven. And it does not mean that I am right. So it's great to be aware of this, especially talking about cheating and everything, that you don't have to, you can forgive, but you don't have to forget. Or if you have family issues and everything, just try to move on, but you don't have to allow yourself to be hurt, but you can move on forward. Because when you hold in all these grudges and pain and all this negative stuff that happened to you, you stay. It's ugh.
You're right. I usually do hold a grudge. I have in my life. If we're talking serious for a minute there, just probably because I'm an old Guido Guinea, and it just that Italian blood running through me. We're jealous guys,
Yeah, no, I can see that.
You know
and
that.
I'm too forgiving, and I get stomped all over and taken advantage of. So that's why it works on all ends of people. So I try to throw in something. But
you are too forgiving immediately, or after the aftermath of a
maybe
bad
when passive
breakup.
aggressive, I'll act like it's okay, but secretly I'm plotting to kill you in your sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, and this relates to mental health. Mental health in the way of just trying your best to weather the storm of bad situations.
Weather the storm,
Okay, right.
bad situations, move on. It could be anything,
That's
you
cool.
know.
Yeah, true. All right.
Someone screwed you over, stole from you, whatever.
I got you. I got you. Well, that is good information, and just
I found a leprechaun suit in the closet.
Right? Yeah, I used to have really bad nightmares as a kid. I'd wake up screaming, crying over the leprechauns.
What's that all about?
I don't know. My dad had me watch some leprechaun movie at a young age, and it affected me. But my mom found out I used to have terrible, terrible nightmares.
Yeah.
And then my mom found out when she was at work that my dad was watching Friday the 13th, the TV show, and all this stuff with me in the house, and wondering why then I was having all these nightmares. Because, that's what you do to kids. But that's why I am the way I am,
Well, so how would you react if a hunky, cool-looking guy that you like, you were ready to get down in the sack with him, and he puts on a condom of a leprechaun?
I don't know. That'd be weird. That wouldn't be too bad. It'd be weird. I'd actually be disturbed.
Do they actually sell those?
I don't know.
They might.
Someone should start. I think we've got some good inventive ideas here.
I
today,
think we can do better.
Better than leprechaun.
St. Patrick's Day is around the corner. We're going to start selling.
Condoms, right?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Or leprechaun condoms.
One free in every box of Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, right? That's a better idea. So then there's reasons why we don't forgive. And that's the offense is too great. The person won't accept responsibility, so they won't apologize to you. They're just acting like they weren't wrong.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but seriously, people would want to know where did you acquire this information, though, anyway?
Healthy relationship classes from the Center for Awareness in Amherst, New York.
Okay, this wasn't at the R Wing on South Avenue then, right?
No,
okay,
no. So then the person isn't truly sorry, which, the person never asked for forgiveness. The person did it too many times. The person did it again. I simply didn't like the person. The person did it deliberately.
Okay.
If I forgive, I will have to treat the offender well, which isn't really true. Someone has to punish the person. Someone just keeps me from forgiving. I'll be a hypocrite if I forgive. I can't forgive because I can't forget others, and it's a sign of weakness. So,
what is a sign of weakness again?
Forgiving. So you don't want to forgive, but you want to hold on to it, so it just festers, or you just become an angry person full of hate. And people are happy and more laid back. Do better. Like I said, I really let go.
It's healther to be able.
It's healthier to be able to forgive, and it gives you a better life. Honestly, it doesn't mean forget. It doesn't mean be friends with those people. If someone gets caught cheating, you don't have to fix it. You can just move on. You don't have to try punishing them because that's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's very not healthy.
I know,
really.
as we've all been in.
But everyone's messed up and did some crazy stuff in relationships, something crazy.
Wouldn't you say, though, at least for me and other people I know, that it is hard sometimes to move past the sadness and anger and disappointment and all that stuff of bad relationships, right?
No, I agree, but the consequences of not forgiving are stress, self-inflicted re-injury, so you keep repeating the same mistakes.
Okay.
Inability to give and receive love, bitterness, perpetual conflict, internal and external, walls to keep others out, increased rates of high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, colds, digestive problems, strokes, all that stuff. So if you don't forgive, it's like drinking the poison yourself than waiting for the other person to die. So I was just recently wronged, and I forgive and forgave. But enough. Moving on. Forgetting
I do want to point out that I've known Katrina for quite a while, and it seems like she has been much more had her act together in the last year or so.
I am doing a little better. I slipped for a little bit during the crazy divorce and all that stuff. And much better. Yeah, it's way more calm. I'm coping with things. It's like the rehab and stuff went well. So I'm not abusing alcohol and going to the bottle to deal. I'm actually dealing with it the way it should be in coping situations. With these classes, I'm talking about forgiveness instead of holding things in.
Right. Where were these classes? Can other people
they're the
take
Center
them?
for Awareness. You can sign up. It's not with health insurance. You got to pay individually. If you're in anger management or in drug court or DV court or any program in Western New York, you mess up, they make you take them.
Mandated.
There's different ones. Yeah.
You weren't mandated though, were you?
No.
Okay.
It's fun. I like doing that stuff. And,
I can't imagine you having anger issues.
I don't. So I didn't go. I was in the victims classes, so it taught you how to respect yourself and not let people take advantage of you. So it was opposite. But on top of that, on that topic, this is great. So I discussed this man many times on the show, Detective Trotter. From the Amherst Police Department.
Wow, you're saying the name and everything.
I'm saying the name because I have no shame on this.
And hopefully you're not planning on going back to Buffalo for a little while.
Yes, right?
What happened here?
He was demoted from his job, and he will never be a police officer again.
Really?
Ever again, and he's gone. And women all over can be safe right now because he stalked me down like you wouldn't believe. He had me arrested for things I didn't do. He's a paid off officer. It was an absolute nightmare. He destroyed a lot of a year of my life. I spent a lot of money for things I never ever did and had no idea it was. And he cost me protection for my life against my ex, which has calmed down now. But at that time, it was out of control.
Wow.
And I didn't feel safe. And this man kept lying. He did everything he could. And I had it documented while the court case was going on, including taking pictures of him sitting in front of my house.
Wow.
And then I reported it, and I know there's other incidences with women. So all the hell that I went through,
karma.
all is proving karma. They're like, won't really say why.
Okay.
So
maybe you could have like a lawsuit back.
That's what actually you're wondering. This just recently happened. So my lawyer and everything was saying, like, he's really against you. He'd sit there when I go to court smiling and, like, laughing so happy, and other people in courtroom all caught it and documented
yes,
it.
Yeah.
And then they even asked me, well, they have a panel who are there at court in this therapy court program. Mm-hmm. And they would ask her, and she came up to me the one day, and she's like, I don't understand. Did you date him? Like, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I gave him a lap dance years ago and turned him down. I'm like, I have no idea. Maybe I look like his ex-wife. He hates me. Maybe he wants me. But, I mean, if he wants me, why is he arresting me, destroying my money? Why is he not trying to say, I'll get you out of this ticket if you have sex with me? Because, I mean, that might have worked.
I mean,
just saying, I went through a lot.
No, but the background on that, I believe, was one of your exes.
Yes.
Okay.
I
believe,
to do
with
but
right?
the fact he went above and beyond where it didn't stop.
I see.
And there was no reason.
Yeah.
It just kept going. And it was real crazy.
Okay.
And just the strangest stuff. And I kept telling everyone it wasn't me. I'd freak out in the court. Like, I didn't do this.
Right.
And then I'd had to pay all this money and prove it, and
Well, would you say
go to the holding center? Which at least I did the radio show from inside the holding center.
If there's a lawsuit, though, let me know, because I think he pulled me over and touched me.
Right. He might have. But my friend's helping me with it, and we have a sports writer who wants to do an interview on it, and he's researching it.
Okay.
So I think more to come. So
here's a
I
big
was going to have
question,
a joke
Katrina.
of him on my TV show where he kept coming out to arrest me, and his name is going to be like Officer Blotter. From the Schmerz Police Department.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now, though. Would you say you could forgive him, though?
I forgive him
You
because
do?
I already have this. I mean, I don't have hate for him.
Really?
No, I'm laughing about this like it's funny. I don't have hate for him because if he didn't put me in jail for the holding center and I didn't do the radio show from inside it, we would have jumped in listeners or experience to be able to say that we did it. So he helped me out a lot.
Really?
And I became a stronger person.
Okay.
I met a lot of unique people that I still talk to.
Yeah.
He made me stronger, and he made me a better person. He really did. He made me a better person. And same I could say about my last ex. He was just evil.
Okay.
My ex-husband, evil. But I wouldn't have the radio show. I wouldn't have done big screen movies like The Purge. I wouldn't have more going on, be upcoming magazines. I wouldn't have the TV experience, even on Westridge Traders commercials or the one being filmed for this own show Beyond the Pole. So everything I never thought I could do, and I couldn't have done with them, I done after. And I would never had the chance if I didn't. Go through him.
That's cool.
And become a stronger, better person.
I mean, seriously though, you don't wish him the worst right now. I mean, if I was you, I would wish him.
I think
bad.
he already got the worst.
That's a great answer. I like that.
I don't forgive him either. In fact, I went out with him a couple times after that. But
how bad did he harass you, anyways? Bad?
Bad.
Did he make it to third base?
He made it to third base.
He did, right? Yeah, but I was just so happy. More like I'm happy because now I can be like, see, I wasn't crazy, everyone. See, look. So I'm just happy with that. Like I don't even need to seek out bad revenge. Just like, him knowing like he lost his job and Facebook stalking me some more. Like he'd be like, she wasn't sick, she was on a boat, and print out all these pictures from Facebook. Call me in when I said that I was like sick, and then I'd have to do a tox test on a Monday morning at 8 a.m. And I'd be like, are you kidding? And that was all when I was having the seizures and stuff. And I was like, really? Like, it's just a profile picture. Like, come on, you're terrible.
On that note, if you don't mind, is it okay? This is an interesting thought I've had for the last year or so, and just discussed it with some of my other friends. I may not have it with you, but I believe this actually, and just I don't know if it's healthy, but just I believe most people revel in other people's misery. You know what?
I think some people misery loves company.
You know why? Here's a few examples. Okay, one, you look at the news. All bad, and people like laugh along with, oh, this guy got caught for sexual harassment, and at least that's not me. And we love to see the fall of the mighty, and think about it this in simple terms. I told my therapist this when we had a debate on this one time. Yes, I do go to therapy. It's helped a lot. Right? Yeah, you could tell. No, no.
It's helped me a lot.
You think about this. Almost any joke you could think about, almost any joke ends with you're laughing at someone else's or something's misfortune. So what's that say? We're laughing at them. We're reveling in other people's misery.
I agree, but therapy did help me. I learned in the mandated healthy relationship classes how to force an unhealthy relationship and keep trying to make it work. So it seemed like I could actually hold a healthy relationship.
Wait.
So.
You said you should?
I did. I feel like I forced it, kept trying to prove I can have a healthy relationship.
Was
when it's bad? No,
okay.
it was bad.
All right, that's what I'm asking.
I wasted $80 a week for those classes in therapy. It didn't work. I kept a bad relationship trying to prove I can hold a healthy relationship. Everyone, look at me.
Well, maybe you should say who that therapist is, so no one goes to.
We keep going.
Where was that therapist in Buffalo?
Yeah, Amherst. So same one, but live and learn. We are going to go into a break. It is 11 o'clock. We are Beyond the Pole Radio, RochesterFreeRadio.com, and all different stations all over the United States. I'm Katrina Lee. Like us on Facebook and like me.
I love you.
I love you.
An average you have on per night?
It depends, but I think I want to say on that average about 5 or more.
Okay, that's good. A small area. So we just want to thank you for answering and tell everyone to check out Playmates in Byron, New York, and say hi to Dennis. He's there right now. So
Dennis, will you give a lap dance if someone requests one? He's thinking about it.
How good looking they are.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Bye.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye. I think that worked great. That was the first time. I knew there was a little safe call because I knew he was going to be there and working, so I knew someone would answer the phone. But that's why it's easy because everyone at all the strip clubs, the DJ, someone, be it a bartender, a DJ, or manager, answer.
Right.
And they usually have a little bit of time to say something. Like I said, they'll all be short, fun, just kind of shout out call-ins. And
did you? Are there a few other people you might want to track
about
down?
it. Yeah, there's a couple we can do.
I could smell it from here. What you're thinking about?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to behave too, but and think of what ones that we know will follow through easy. But we're gonna do another thing. So forgiveness is a decision to enter a process of letting go. So when I decide to forgive, I decide I'm not going to attempt to collect a debt that I believe you owe me. I'm not going to expect you to do anything. I'm not going to punish you in an attempt to make me feel better. So
I forgive you for bringing the show to a grinding halt. How's that?
Right? Everyone needs to learn how to love, forgive, and be happy. So we're like a whole life hab. We're fun and serious.
Because there's always room for improvement in all of our lives.
That's what I like about it. Everyone can. And,
right.
We get judged a lot and we're a little wild and crazy. And sometimes it's a little self-care that we need.
That's true. I mean, on the mental health thing, I am a big proponent of good therapy because you learn a lot about yourself and others if you're being open about it. Things you have problems with. They're professionals. I love them.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I've heard some people who, when they're mandated, they get, it's a little too much sometimes. People in rehab, they have to go every day, but, kind of necessary, I guess, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
No, I mean, it is.
It is.
Sometimes I keep up, but then you make friends with the group people and members, and I had that experience.
Right.
I enjoyed it. There's a lot of people I still talk to and everything, and some of the pamphlets I might read off are from there. Speaking of rehab and positive places, in Rochester, there's Huther Doyle, and it's a rehab facility. And we donated from our campaign, Not Just a Pretty Face, a bunch of makeup products, hygiene, and everything to them last week. Okay. And we want to thank all the girls and everyone who donated. And we dropped it off. So we're probably going to have them on the show next week, just saying a thank you personally from them. And it's a great cause and everything. And we just keep giving more and more donations out.
There was some nice stuff in there.
Yeah. It's like my mom's shopaholic, and you get the free gift stuff. So it's like Lancome, Miss Clinique. It's like high end stuff. It's not like dollar store makeup. And a lot of the girls work at cosmetics or beauty parlors, so they get a bunch of stuff for free and they just donate them.
That's cool. I'm just curious because I'm kind of new to this myself here. Just how would the public donate anything?
You just go to a strip club and drop it off, or look
as
on our
simple
website.
as that,
Well,
really?
I mean, you can't be anyone. Like if you're in Florida or something listening, it's not that easy.
Right,
but eventually, there's gonna be like a GoFundMe page or something.
Okay.
That then everyone could just ongoing donate money. Then we can just buy supplies or just give these facilities money to buy what they need.
Okay, but if someone did feel a little uncomfortable going to a strip club, is there someplace else they could
Well,
do
I
it?
don't think any of our listeners are that uncomfortable going to a strip club. I mean, I just be realistic, because why would you listen to this show if you don't like sex, drugs, rock and roll, money, strippers?
You have an excellent point there.
And mental health.
You know, like,
okay,
yeah, I mean,
right.
goofy mental health.
Yeah,
like, we're a little bit of everything. So when people ask me, like, what the show's about, they're like, what? And I'll just kind of say, like, Howard Stern strip club rehab.
Everything.
You know, and they're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, anything I feel like.
The
'cause,
underbelly
you know,
of life, possibly.
Yeah.
And improvement on that underbelly.
Exactly, yeah.
Right,
So
right.
it can be real, like, oh man, that's
Yeah.
crazy, or like,
That's
because we
right.
live a whole different world. A lot of people in the adult industry are these type of, you know, industry, like comic books, like you or whatever.
am a
Or
bit
musicians, all that stuff. Like, it's different, and things that we've experienced. Other people are like, wow, that's so crazy, I can't imagine. So people ask me all the time, and then my life does go really fast.
Right,
And
right.
adventures, which I love, but
Yeah,
sometimes
right.
you gotta slow it down and, you know, enjoy, I guess, the moment, which I'm learning.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
trying to do some mindfulness, and I'm not really good at yoga. I tried, but I kept looking at the other people and then trying to like get competitive to make sure like I was flexible, more flexible, and, you know,
I
something.
thought
that
you would
was-
be real flexible after
I am.
stripping for
I am very flexible.
53 years, right?
Yeah, 53 years. You get bad knees though and stuff, but I can put my legs behind my head. I can flip my legs out. I can do like handsprings and drop into a split. I did cheerleading so as a little kid, and then I did actually competitive dance.
How
and
much?
took classes.
How much would we need here to see some of that right now?
Probably a bit, because it's not even that. No, it's actually
I gotta
warm.
fiber.
I'd have to warm up, like stretch and like, you know, get into
that's
it.
good to see,
And there's
too.
not really good space in here, so I mean, I think I could actually injure myself.
Okay, we'll let you slide.
You know,
this
yeah,
time
maybe
here.
if I had a couple shots of like Jägermeister in me, I'd take the risk of something that crazy.
I just happen
But,
to have.
you know.
No, I don't have it, but I must have it right now.
Dennis just texted, that was interesting. How did it come out? Like, and the cold call at Playmates. It'd be great, because then we're going to call slowly. People will know it's not bad. It's just, you know,
Yeah,
all
just-
different. So you get to meet and hear all different stories from all different strip club employees in adult store, massage parlor,
Right.
all over.
Maybe
and,
escort services.
Escort services,
Yeah.
everything,
Right.
really. And
Because-
we'll just call up and surprise people, and you're getting them real and in the moment.
That's right, because they're all people too.
Yes,
you know?
we are people. We have feelings, you know, and emotions. You
I'm
know,
sorry.
even though we might mutually use each other, because it's a hatred, really, if you think about it.
Tell me about that.
Because the guys don't really want to have to pay for affection or sex or contact with someone, and the girls don't really want to have to work there to get the money.
Yeah, that
to
makes
have to
all
do it.
sense.
So you
but
mutually use and mutually despise the fact that you have to mutually use each other.
that's
So
an
it's interesting.
interesting concept there. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
But I
so.
mean, you know, well, like many men would probably say, and I agree with it. We are paying for it one way or another anyway.
Well, I agree
Oh,
with
right
that
on.
So,
too.
you know,
So I think we are going to call Show World, because we've all frequented.
yes, we are.
You used to work with them on their show.
Yes.
I bought a lot of vibrators and 8-inch stilettos and cool stuff there.
Nice.
So,
Hey.
yeah, I mean, if you really want to get with me, you have to be at least bigger than my stilettos. So 8 inches or
And
higher.
How big is that now?
8 inches.
Let
Yeah,
me
it
look
rolls
here.
out, so.
Talk dirty to me, and maybe we'll get there.
Right? See?
All right?
Grower, shower.
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Right?
Could you ask them if they have a blow up 400-pound gorilla?
There ain't a below 400-pound gorilla. We could, but let's not, like, I want to be able to repeat call them. I think we should ask, people can text in suggestions, what is, like, their number one seller?
Yeah.
I mean, throw something odd in, or, you know, ask about, Tom will be a master at this.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
let him direct the
Bill,
call.
well, you start it, but then we'll, or do you want to?
You can start it, because
Yeah,
I know
you're getting a little shy
You're
there,
there
aren't you?
all the time. You're there, like, every day.
I
buying porn
go
and
there a
using,
lot
like,
for
those little
buying
jack-off
outfits
boxes
for
or
girls.
something.
I can buy outfits for girls. If you're so, yeah, I would recommend going there if you.
Yeah, it's a great store. It's huge. It's clean. You
Yeah.
know, off-street parking.
There's 2 different locations too.
Yeah, there is. They have everything from pipes, detox drinks, toys, costumes, everything.
Lube,
so
everything.
we're gonna
stockings.
call and see how this goes.
Okay.
So I'm excited. You know, these are all random cold calling. So direct this when they answer. It maybe doesn't work. We'll see.
Show World.
How you doing? We are calling from a radio show in Rochester called Beyond the Pole. Just wondering if this is to help promote the adult industry a little bit. I have frequented your place many times and buy a lot of good stuff. Would you mind talking to us for a minute?
What was that?
Would you mind talking to us for a minute on the radio?
Normally I would, but I'm getting slammed here.
Oh, are you? Well, that's good.
I'm pretty busy.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, what was just one question? What was the last thing you sold?
The last thing we sold, it's a male enhancement pill.
Perfect.
Male enhancement. Close to Viagra, in other words, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you for even that little bit of time. So everyone check out Show World on Mount Reed and support them like I, Katrina, do. And so does Tom Loce from Life Without Shame. So
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Oh, this is going to be easy.
Oh,
this will be a piece of cake. Like, you're not mocking us at.
All right, now let's call the escort services. Come on, escort.
Right? Ask how much. We can order one.
I want one right now.
Right?
I'm not joking.
See if they'll send one down.
That would be great.
They probably would. You know,
I don't know if it's worth $2 just to,
$2 bills. I thought you go cheaper. Like those girls you see on cops getting arrested.
Yeah.
I got $2.
Right.
Back page. That's the worst. Where to find the cheapy ones. That's where I found Katrina 2 years. No, I'm joking.
I agree, right? You wish. I'm a little classier than that. If I, wanted to be a hooker, I'd be a high-end one.
Yeah.
And I would go out to Vegas or Atlantic City and really probably dress in heels and make like $5,000 and
go to
stuff.
that, the Bunny Ranch type thing?
The
Yeah.
Bunny Ranch.
Right,
go
yeah.
out there, the fact I'm in Hustler and a whole bunch of magazines.
Right.
Would bump up the value. I wouldn't have to really scum it into the back page, street walking.
To talk seriously for a moment, if that's even possible.
Right.
Why would you not take that step if there was big money involved?
Because you have to, I don't know, just something about being bought like that. I think it's because it becomes normal, and then you do it over and over, and then you don't care, and then you have a hard time having healthy sexual relations with people you love or care about long term.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then, then you want to have sex with everyone and everything and the spice of life, and then you go to your significant other like, oh. It's so boring.
You got some interesting points there, especially through that sweater.
Because when guys pay you think they would be putting through the extra effort and pizzazz, and when you get on a regular basis from your lover, you're like, oh, okay.
But it sounds like you may have thought about it at one time.
I know a lot of hookers,
and I
have a lot of different friends all over the place. So.
I'm glad you didn't take that jump,
positives,
though,
negatives.
That is like a little too much, I would say.
No, my speed would be more like,
massage parlor.
No, not really. It'd be gold digging, maybe.
Gold, you're good at that, boy. I tell you, you were born with a shovel in your hand.
Or something like that, sugar daddy type regular. Not really escorting.
Yeah, I'm a cheap
I know you're
son
cheap,
of a bitch. So
right?
Okay, okay.
But we are going to go into another musical break, and then figure out maybe another cold call.
Okay, all right.
You're a good kid, Elijah. I don't want to see something happen to you. Have a little accident. Find yourself at the bottom of the East River, sleeping with the fishes. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, give me a minute.
Strawberries and cream, Mr. Frodo. Strawberries and cream. Sam, I really don't want to think about strawberries right now. I just walked across the whole of Middle Earth barefoot. Rosie Cotton was dancing. There was a bonnet in her hair.
This is
Mr.
so
Frodo,
weird.
tell me you
right
remember
back
the
to
taste of strawberries and cream. Sam, I really don't want to talk about this. I just had my finger bitten off by a naked zombie.
A naked zombie.
I just want to move on. Sam, can we just not talk about this right now? Sam! Sam! Well, looks like it's time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
All right, interesting.
It was
interesting.
Dr. Seuss on drugs.
Right. Okay, so we are Beyond the Pull on RochesterFreeRadio.com, 106.3 FM. Every Thursday from 10 till 12. You can also get us in all different areas on the TuneIn app or live stream on their website. So we have a lot of listeners all over. So in case you miss it, it's on there. So I just called my friend Foxy, and we have had a lot of experiences through years and years of working in all different clubs and doing all different things and travels and adventures and insanity. So we have her here on the phone. So hi, Foxy. How are you?
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
We're doing good on this awesome Thursday. So I have Tom Loce from a show, Life Without Shame, and he's pretty wacky, so I think you'll enjoy him.
Really? Let me get it.
All right. We're ready. So.
Are you working tonight, Foxy, or no?
Yes, I work.
No, I meant at a club tonight, or no?
Oh, no, not tonight. I'm here just for you, doll.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right, come on down here.
Oh, here's
Right. She's in Buffalo.
Oh,
so-
really?
Yeah, I worked with her.
Buffalo, really, don't make this into a right.
So I started with her years ago at Mademoiselle, and my ex was a manager, and it's kind of funny, but they used to be more strict on having black girls and stuff at the club where there's like one or two. And I was like, we need to have her work. We need her to work here, and I helped push her to get her job and everything. So we've had a lot of ventures since then.
How many years?
And I was like, I'm kind of black.
I know, right?
How many-
And she would dance on stage and do country with me.
She does.
Yeah, she did. Because
That's
they
good.
would only had to be like one black girl, one white girl
Yeah.
on stage, and
But
so
she was doing
bucked it
country-
up and did my country garbage.
You
Everyone
are-
hated it. Yeah.
You are cool, Foxy.
I knew you would get that. That was great.
Right.
So how many years you been dancing, Foxy?
Oh, Lord Jesus, if I tell you that, I might have to kill you. So, about 17.
Yeah, mine's there too. I was like shocked when I'm like, oh my gosh, that's kind of sad.
What's that? I
On
didn't
off
catch it.
dancing for like 17 years.
17. Wow. Just.
Yeah.
Are you?
I didn't crack.
On a serious note, do you find it hard to hold a relationship while being a dancer?
Actually, no. I absolutely don't. I think it takes a strong man to be with a woman of our caliber.
I agree.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and you said relationship. I mean, it all depends on what's healthy relationship.
Everyone's.
I mean, I've always had a relationship. They might
Usually,
not
I
be
think
good.
the men are more toxic than the women.
The men are more what is it?
More toxic.
Okay, right. They could be, sure.
Yeah, they're controlling, and in our situations and the lifestyle that we live, like, we are so busy and we work so much and need that support from men, like, not from the club-wise, but, like, that loving support. So men usually take advantage of girls in our line of work.
Isn't that weird, though? And I've been in this position, too, of... I assume you may have been, but where you meet someone at a club and you start a relationship with them through the club, and then they want you to stop dancing, though. Have you been in that?
Yeah, and then that sucks because at that point it's like, are you providing for me or are we building together?
Right.
Yeah, I went through that, and then the end, you're like, I took a huge pay cut for this, and like, it sucks. But
you know what it is? It's controlling. It's controlling, and it's like, if you're not going to marry me or better me or put me in a situation to build or be better, then I'm not going to give up my job. I've done that, and I'm not going to give up my job. I love to dance. I've been dancing since I could goddamn walk, and I'm not going to give that up for anybody or anything.
Right. So let's go into fun topics. So we've been doing discussing cheating the whole show, and different things and how catching people. And my thing was that you can count their Viagras or Cialis, and you start noticing they're being frequently used, and you're not getting some action.
Old men.
Right. Right. Well, yeah. Maybe if they're younger, then they, I agree.
I didn't think of that.
That might be the solution to your problem.
Right? I have an issue. I go for dirty old men with problems that I meet in strip clubs.
I like her.
Right, I gotta stop. She knows me really well.
She's a
forever.
thinker, yeah.
So and then, so what have you ever caught, or or even customers that you had and their wives catch them or do something crazy like gone them down in the strip club and start a fight, or any stories?
Oh my God. Okay. One guy comes in, right? Comes in all the time. Okay. So seriously. And then his wife comes in, but she has the fattest pussy ever. Okay, can I say that online? Oh my God. Can I say that? I said it. It's too late. Can't take it back. So this guy comes in all the damn time and loves me. So I tell him, bring your bitch. He brings her. Guess what?
What?
I think the pussy was fatter than his dick.
He said what? Wait, you better change that one word there. What did you say?
Yeah,
lose my job here.
Watch the swearing, but no, yeah.
I don't know about cheating. I guess people don't cheat. I don't think people cheat. I think basically, if you are in love with your significant other and you have that type of lifestyle, that you should be able to go out and have fun regardless of what. People cheat because they're not safe or comfortable in their situation.
That's true. So if your man, I'm curious now from a male point of view, if your man, if you are in a relationship right now, if he was going to other clubs regularly, how would you feel about that?
I'd be pissed the fuck off because the fact that I'm a dancer is like, hold on, bro. I'm working. Listen.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I'm making money for this family, and you're spending money.
Okay.
I agree. I agree the same way. There's a difference every once in a while, or something, a bachelor party or something, but that'd be ridiculous.
I'm so super fun. I don't give a fuck. I love pussy.
No swearing.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, but we're gonna go out. We're gonna do it together. We build together. We grind together. We live together. We die together, and that's how it goes. If you're going out separately, then maybe you don't need to be with me.
I agree. So thank you for being available for a call-in.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice talking, and I'm sure.
I love you.
All right, love you too. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
She's a trip.
She is
She's
crazy.
a trip.
She's
She's great.
She actually got in a huge fight years ago. I witnessed it. It was the most insane fight ever.
In Buffalo?
And, yeah, Mademoiselle, my ex-husband, was the manager at
what
the time.
happened?
And she got in a fight, and the one girl had brass knuckles. Desire and tried to get her, and she jumped through the window, ran outside through the back to go pop around the other corner because the manager was trying to block her so they couldn't get in a fight together.
Yeah.
Jumped through the window.
Who jumped? Foxy or the one she was
jumped
after?
through the window,
Okay.
going from the outside, cut her face.
Oh, boy.
And it was bleeding all over. Ended up having to get stitches to go fight her. And then they jumped on top of my ex, who is 6'8", and it was crazy, just trying to break up the fight.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was just wild. I never saw anything like it. Just the dedication.
I guess so. She
running around naked outside of the building.
I didn't even. I thought they might have even been in their outfits.
No, because they were getting ready for work, so not even dressed.
I would have
outside.
paid good money to see that.
Yeah,
for
it was
sure.
crazy. I mean, it was before really everyone had cameras on their cell phones.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff, man. I wish I had those for of memories. It's crazy, but I think we'll go into our final music break. Then we'll start wrapping up this show.
Let's wrap it. Gentlemen's clubs, right, and the sex toy industry and all that stuff. It's healthy, support it. Support your local adult industry.
It's a business of pleasure,
right?
And everyone uses, so you shouldn't really look down at it because almost every person has gone to a strip club for a bachelor party. Almost everyone's been in an adult store. Almost everyone has a vibrator or bought lube or condoms before.
They may not admit it.
Pretty much everyone's having sex.
That's right.
At least usually the ones listening to this show.
I mean, so support the businesses, but don't take it to an extreme. Like our friend Dave, he owes a stripper down in Tallahassee $10,000. So you got to, let's not get that bad, you know?
Yeah.
All right, and I got the last clips for us right here. All right, here's some last clips.
I just kept hearing it. I was ducking and everything. Died in the house. I got scared. I dropped my hot pocket.
Can I ask you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
That's probably not the answer that we're looking for.
Well, the sign says that it's 4 quarters for an hour, but a quarter only gets you 15 minutes. So if my math is correct,
those are the kind I go for. Yeah.
That's not an hour, but it is. And also a quarter 15 minutes.
And also, my mom thinks I'm a baby, so I can't walk to school sometimes. And also, she thinks I need protective gear when I need to ride a bike.
You probably do. I think I agree with your mom.
I know how to ride a bike already, even without protective gear.
Did you really snatch an 86-year-old woman's purse?
She wants to hurt me. And the don't even know me. I hope that they beat her. Some of the women in prison beat her every day for as long as she's in there.
Some people might say that's harsh.
Well, so what she did to me was even worse. I'm supposed to feel sorry for that. I don't.
I told him I was going to kill him all that with a gun if he didn't get out of my house. When I pulled the gun out on him, I guess he didn't think it was a real gun because he didn't worry about it. He just kept on walking. When he was coming downstairs and told me he was going to kill me and F you, all that, I shot through a hamper that he was carrying, and it was a full metal jacket bullet.
Dave, I don't know about you. You got too much free time on your hands back there, I think,
I started crying like a little baby.
Charles, why did you come so early this morning, man? The reason why I come so early just to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday, because I feel it's really good to come, because when Martin Luther King birthday comes on January, I would say it's important to always come to celebrate Martin Luther King birthday because it really is important and it's good.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong. It's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire.
Right.
So we're closing it up here right now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we did want to give you one plug there, right? You can see Katrina dancing tonight in front of the Liberty Pole at 1 a.m. with a tin cup and pencils.
Right? Tin cup pencils. You can pay me and tip me with cans.
With cans?
Yeah, you
okay,
know, might as well act like I'm homeless, collect them or something.
We're just joking. Don't run down to the Liberty Pole.
It'll be Facebook Live.
Facebook Live, yes.
Okay,
yes. We'll see what happens. I'd have to have a whole bottle of Jaeger. I mean, then I don't think I even would do that in the first place.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
I did get drunk and got married on a dare, so you never know, right? But check us out. We are going to be on next week and a lot more guests, and we're going to do some more exciting cold calls again, which I'm going to figure out some more. Write down all the numbers in advance.
A lot of crazy stories.
Crazy stories, all different stuff. We'll have the Toy of the Week. We are Beyond the Pole Radio on Facebook. I am Katrina Lee on Facebook, KatrinALee, and I have a modeling page on there too. This maniac copied my Facebook profile picture and then put Christina, Kstrina Lee. That is not me, and I did not send out 200-300 messages and inboxes to other girls from all over the area, telling them that they can make $800 a night promoting a club with me, and even was talking like boo, and they all knew, but it was pretty crazy. With a lot of messages, but it reconnected me with all these girls I haven't talked to in a while. So it worked out for the wasted time that was that now I have more guests for the show.
That's good.
So, I mean, to each their own. When
Too many lunatics out there.
Right, way too many. And we have Bailey and Zeus are going to be coming on soon. So don't forget to like their pages too. Zeus the dog. So he's our little therapy dog.
Oh.
So I kind of miss him when he's here. So
he's
I mean, he's a little break here and there, especially in the winter.
Do you miss Bailey or the dog?
The dog.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I miss the dog. Bailey every once in a while. No, really the dog. He does have some really cool connections with big adult stars and stuff. So, and he's fun to work with sometimes. The dog, I don't let Bailey sit in my lap and curl up with me, but the dog's allowed.
Come on now. Bailey's going to get offended now. It won't
right. Wonder why he can't just stick his head down in my lap.
Ooh.
Right.
Bailey or the dog?
The dog.
Right.
I'm gonna play a song at the end for Zeus. Okay. We'll do that.
So everyone check us out.
You gonna sing along to it, Dave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me who that's